Now let's take an overview of what you'll be able to see in Schoology as a parent. When you log in, if you don't see your child's name up here, click up here and pull down to your child's name, or if you have more than one child, select the child that you want. Now over here is the main feed area. As you see here, here's an announcement that Mrs. Goff has put in. You'll see announcements that are school-wide type of announcements, the type of things like this one about cross-country practice or field day coming up or student pictures or things that are just for the whole school as a whole. So you'll see that up there. Below that, you see some of your students' recent activity. Here this child got an A+ on this math, got a B- on this math, got an A- here, got an F on this, and so on. So you'll see a summary of some of the recent grades that have come up. You can also get to those by going over here to where it says recent grades. Now I need to explain something as far as how Schoology itself works, because in Schoology what they call a test or a quiz is something that the student takes online and is graded online. It's a computer test. In the primary school, we don't do that. So your child will never have tests or quizzes the way Schoology calls them. Or discussions. That's like in the secondary school, they might put out a question and students will have discussions about some particular topic. We don't do that in primary school either. So the only place you're going to see information is where it says assignments. Even if your teacher calls something a test or calls it a quiz, Schoology considers it an assignment. So just to be clear on that. So if you click on that, here again it's going to show you some of those more recent grades that the student has gotten. And in each of those cases you can click on it to find out more about it. So that's the recent grades. Down here you have upcoming things. Here are things that the teacher's already put in, assignments that might be coming due soon. So you have here a drill test, a participation, an essay, and by the way, this is just a student that I've made up and assignments I've made up, so don't look at this and think that your child has all of these things going on. But you have information, and again, you can click on these to find out more about them. Next, let's look up here at the courses menu. Here you'll see all the courses that your child is enrolled in. This student is enrolled in 3 classes, and we can look at one of them here, this demo primary course. And so for this, you can click, like you say here, here's instructions for the class. You can click on it, and the teacher has just put some interesting things there, some informative stuff there. Here's a place where the teacher has put some pictures, maybe from the first day of classes, or they go on a field trip and they might post pictures, so you can view those pictures there. And the nice thing, by the way, about viewing pictures here and teachers posting pictures here is it's private. It's only for this class and parents of this class. It's not public. It's not like Facebook where everybody can see it. It's only people who have Schoology accounts in this class. So it's very private. And then there might be a folder. There might be information here, or here's a math folder, and here's some assignments coming up about that. So you can view those courses that way. Also up here at the top, you have this icon for the calendar. If you click on that, it's going to show all of the students' things coming up, things that they've done in the past, as well as things coming up. And again, you click on these and you can get more information on them. But this gives you a calendar view of everything that's coming up. Now let's look up here at the grades menu. If you click on grades, go to grade report. And again, here are the courses that the student is enrolled in. We'll click on one of them. And this says this student has an A- average in the class so far. He's got a B- average in his homework, and here are 2 homework assignments. Here's one of them. He got a D- at 65, and the teacher put a comment, work on your 4 multiplication tables. We require teachers to put a comment anytime a student gets a grade less than 70. So you'll see some type of comment just explaining why they got that grade. Now they can put comments anytime, but they will have them when it's less than 70. For example, down here, the student got an A in 95 and the teacher put out much better. So you can see the comments. Here are things that are coming up. They haven't been graded yet. That's how you view the grades. Now, there's a couple of places you might want to receive notifications, like in your email or as a text message when there's a school announcement, or get reports and emails so that you're not having to think every day, okay, I've got to go to Schoology and see if Mrs. Goff has put an announcement up there. You can be notified of that. Here's how you have to do that. First one, go to, up here in the upper right, go to your account, where it's your name. Okay? And then pull that down again, scroll down to where you see Settings. In Settings, go to Notifications. Now the first thing you should do, turn off all notifications. Most of these don't apply to you because, as I mentioned, you are not enrolled in courses. Your student is enrolled in courses. So when it says course content created, there's never going to be anything because you're not in a course. So just turn everything off. If you want to add your cell phone number, you can do that. But two things you may want to turn on. Scroll down here, School Update. That's where, like Mrs. Goff posts an announcement for the whole school. You can go here, turn that on. If you've entered your phone number, you can have that as well. So at any time she posts an announcement for the whole school, you will get an email or a text message telling you about it. The other one might be to receive a private message. This is where maybe the teacher is sending you a message within Schoology. Now we're going to be using email most of the time rather than Schoology messaging, but there might be a case where the teacher sends you a message in Schoology, and so you can turn this on, and that way if she sends you a message in Schoology, it'll come to your email. So you won't have to log into Schoology to see if you've got a message. After you do those things, click Save Changes. So that's one notification you may want to get. For the other one, go to your student's account. I wish Schoology had put these together, but they didn't. And especially if you have more than one child, you need to do this for each child. But go to your student's account. Again, after you see his name up here, go down here to Settings. Go to Notifications. Parent Email Digest. You can get a weekly or a daily email report of your children's activity. Things like, here are the grades that they got today or this week. Here are assignments that are coming up. You can automatically get that. If you turn that on, then it's going to ask you if you want it weekly or daily. I would say weekly. Teachers are not putting grades in every single day, and you're going to start getting overwhelmed with emails and getting them every day. They're just basically telling you the same thing. So weekly would be good. You can select which day of the week you want, what time of day. You might check with your child's teacher to see. They might say, well, enter most of the grades on Monday when I get to school. So you may say, well, I want to get a report on Monday, but do it later in the afternoon. Don't think, well, school is out at 3:15 or 3:30, so I'm going to set this to be 1 minute after that because the teacher hasn't had time to enter the grades yet. So put it sometime in the evening, and then you can get that email report. For this part for overdue submissions, ignore that. That again deals with the secondary school where they are submitting essays or submitting things online. The teacher might say, we want you to write an essay on such and submit it in Schoology. We don't do that in primary school, and so they will not have things that are overdue as far as what Schoology calls it. Okay, now your child may have overdue work with your teacher, but that's not going to be reflected here in overdue submissions as far as Schoology is concerned. So again, click Save Changes, and you're done with that. So if you're having problems with anything in Schoology or have questions about it, the first thing you should do, check with your child's teacher. They may be able to say, okay, well, here's where I put this, or something like that. They may be able to tell you about that, and so they can help you. If they are not sure about it, they can contact me and I can look into it and get with you to help you out. So that's just a quick overview of what you will see on the Schoology page.